Cryptocurrency smart contracts automatically execute contractual obligations, cutting out the middleman. These smart contracts have one downside. There's no single authoritative and decentralized way to execute a contract based on locational data. For example, there's no way to create a smart contract that allows for payment on delivery for e-commerce orders. The XYO network is meant to solve this problem. It's an ecosystem of devices which communicate with one another to create an unalterable history of interactions and locations stored on a blockchain. A user can independently verify that an item tracked using the XYO network was in a defined place at a specific point in time. Since XYO network devices talk to each other, every user augments the other. A delivery driver can help find your lost bike, or your parked car can help confirm your neighbor's package arrival. Users are rewarded with XYO tokens whenever data they provide is used to help another user track or locate an item. Thanks to a unique proof of origin algorithm, the provided data is always valid and up to date. The XYO network, bringing the blockchain to the real world.
Hey there, my name's Tyler, coming at you from XYO Labs out here in Southern California. Today we want to make a quick video on showing anyone, new and existing geominers, just the fundamentals of the Coin app and the basics to geomining. So without any hesitation, let's get on to it. Woo! So, what is the Coin app? It's a free app that you can download at the App Store that allows you to start earning and collecting cryptocurrency as you're out exploring the world. And it's super easy to get started. To start collecting, have the app open and running on your phone. All you have to do to start mining is hit the pickaxe button right in the middle of your screen to geomine the cryptocurrency. And we have integrated a feature to where this thing will automatically collect for you. Press the auto collect button right underneath the pickaxe. It's going to collect for you while you're out exploring. This feature makes it possible to mine while you're out walking around, biking, skateboarding, or whatever else you do outside. While you are out exploring the world and mining, you might come across an orange tile. What this represents is a geodrop. And what a geodrop is just an amount of crypto that a different user has dropped for any user to go out and collect. And if you're feeling generous, you can get your own geodrop started. This is all done with the bottom left hand of your screen. Tap that orange symbol and you can choose however much crypto you want to drop out anywhere else in the world. And you can even customize your geodrop by adding a little note to it too. There is one feature that we haven't gone over yet, and that would be geoclaiming. Geoclaiming is simply just claiming an area and profiting off of anyone that mines inside of that claimed area. If you want to learn more about it, we have a whole video dedicated to it that you can check out on our YouTube channel at Coin With Us. So that basically covers all the fundamentals of mining and using the Coin app. But there is one thing to note though. Once you reach 10,000 XYO tokens in the app, you are eligible to withdraw those tokens and we will send them straight to your actual crypto wallet. To learn more about withdrawing these tokens and having them in your personal possession, we've made tons of articles on how to exactly do this. You can find them in our help center. The Coin app is completely free to use. You can start mining today. But if you did want to start collecting a little bit more than the base rate, we do have a couple options for you. You can either get the Sentinel. This thing is going to boost all of your collections by 12, or you can actually get one of our subscriptions. You can find out more about how much you can actually collect by visiting coinapp.co/plans. That pretty much covers all the fundamentals about using Coin. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Coin With Us. And you should also check out our Help Center. This is where you can learn all the specific details about each of these features. Have fun mining, and we'll see you next time.
So, XYO World, what is it? Simply put, it's a way of creating NFTs, non-fungible tokens. XYO World calls them Geotokens. So we have geoclaiming, geodropping, and now we have Geotokens. And these NFTs are things that allow you to manipulate XYO currency in a way that can be beneficial to you. And right now they have a couple of different functions. They can function as a container, which can hold XYO currency. Personally, from what has been shared so far by XY, the only thing that container function serves right now is to hold your currency while you're waiting for your geotoken to unlock. But the real benefit to the XYO geotokens is the advertising capability that they have. They have the ability for you to put a small ad that goes up at the bottom of the Coin app in the banner that people can click on and then get to a website and allow you to use your referral program or advertise a business, anything like that. And so again, my motivation for doing this is without the people getting involved in XYO World, it doesn't really have a solid purpose. But with everybody out there, you can not only utilize the geotokens to benefit yourself monetarily, but when we get a lot of people into it and it starts working really well, then those geotokens themselves start to have value. They become a tradable commodity as well. And Ara, did you want to talk a little bit about some of the other maybe kind of hidden functionality that is present in the geotokens that people, including myself, may not be aware of?
Yeah, the geotokens, they're built on a ERC 721 based contract for Ethereum, and there are some endpoints in there which aren't really exposed on the website just yet. Some are actually exposed on that, but they're not enabled. I think you mentioned before that depositing XYO into the token doesn't seem to work on the website. I thought actually I'd fixed that a little while ago, back and check again. There wasn't a big demand for it, so it didn't really matter. But there's also functionality to be able to deposit any sort of an ERC20, not just XYO, into it, which is not exposed on the website right now. And you also can deposit ERC 721s into it, or little data packets you can put into there as well. One of the downsides, obviously, with that being crypto or being Ethereum based and smart contract based, is it's pretty expensive from a transaction standpoint to do it. So if every time you want to update 256 bits worth of data in your token, it costs you $2 or $3. It's going to get pretty expensive after a while to build a whole website in a token, right? It's one of the reasons why just putting a hash in there from a website or from a IPFS hash in there that has a website inside of it would be a better way to do that. But even in that case, every time you update it, you have to pay for that change of that. You have to wait for it to actually go through the process of being put on the blockchain. So it's not hugely effective at the current gas prices to be able to use some of those functionalities for things that you could in a world where price-friendly environment would allow you to do that. But the idea is that making this sort of a data structure that people can use, like Coin can use or other people can use, to be able to make interesting things work and be able to have ownership reflected in there, or data relationships reflected in there. I think long term is going to be valuable on things like Ethereum and the blockchain there. But like everything so far, it's just going to take some time for us to actually get there because of gas prices, because Ethereum 2.0 is taking a long time to get out there. That's one of the reasons why also I just want to mention, the way we structured XYO World, we didn't launch it with a lot of fanfare. We didn't have a lot of marketing behind it. We kind of just put it out there to see what would happen. And we structured it in a way where it's not meant to be a product for XY, the persistent company. We don't make money off it. It's not like, there's not a fee that we get for a token that gets auctioned off or that sort of thing. All that happens is the XYO kind of moves around. Some XYO gets burned at when a person buys a Geotoken, so that reduces the supply of XYO. But the rest of it is a zero-sum game. And so whenever you buy Geotokens, the people above you in the world, as far as the levels go, and the Zoom level goes, they get a portion of that back, and that's how the game basically, you can look at the metagame to figure out which ones to buy and which ones to not buy to be able to get a larger portion of that zero sum there. We will be adding additional value to it by putting some coin or some other drops into XYO World, which would actually expand the value of it. But as a company, XYO is not taking, or XY, the persistent company, is not taking any value out of that ecosystem at this point at all. And it's structured in the smart contract in such a way where at least we can't remove anything out of there. So it was really meant to be a sandbox really for XYO going forward.
Okay, great. All right, so getting onto the geotokens, and I've put a link over here to how you get to XYO World right over there on the right-hand side of the screen. And so now we're just going to kind of go through exactly how XYO World works. So when you go to XY or world.xyo.network, then you'll end up with a screen that looks like this right here, okay? And there's several buttons on here, and it can be a little bit daunting to look at first. And but each one of these blocks here in the middle where my cursor is pointing is telling you what the status of all the geotokens that are out there that are active right now is. So all the auctions that are going right now, I don't use this very much. The second one, live auctions, the ones that are up for bidding currently. The Dutch auctions, these are auctions that are no longer being bid on but didn't get minted because nobody bid on them. And so they've gone into a pile of geotokens that can be minted without competing for them. You can just sift through them and find one that you like and just mint them right away. Completed auctions are auctions that have somebody has won them through the bidding process but has not minted them yet. That has some interesting function to it. And then minted auctions over here on the very end are ones that somebody's bid on and minted and now essentially owns.
There's never been anything quite like this. A new era where humans and machines codify their relationship with one another to leverage each property of their natural strengths and reshape every detail of their world, where we go from city development to self-developing cities, from package delivery to autonomous drones, from ride-sharing to self-driving, from contracts signed with ink to ones executed with cryptography, from mapping the world to the world mapping us. We are entering a new era. Land was the raw material of the agricultural age. Iron was the raw material of the industrial age. Data was the raw material of the internet age. And now we have blockchain, the raw material of the decentralized age. Yet this time around, things are different. World leaders are taking notice. Everyone has a say. The decentralized age is a bad time to be a control freak. At XYO, we're bringing blockchain to the real world by combining the realm of location data with the power of blockchain. So we'll always know what happened, where it happened, and why it happened, making our lives safer and smarter, giving us more time for what we love and less time for what we don't. The technology we're building today will power the world of tomorrow. And though the future is unknown, one thing is crystal clear. It's only just begun.